Twitch yelled at me that to stream more and stream more variety.
Aspirants
I've
have
just
heard much of
rivals,
your
so I'm gonna do
exploits.
a quick one.
Perhaps you would like to demonstrate your skills again with an audience
I'm farming
this
today.
time.
That's where I was supposed to go. I would much rather be watching everyone else, but I also farm do stuff tonight instead of just sitting there. So I think I'll do this. Do Jailer. And I will go to Molten Core,
You stand before the ascended.
depending on how long that's been done after that. We'll see. Yes, I still do these quests because of the polished pet charms. Still get stuff from them. Don't care. Alright. Actually, do Necrotic Wake first. And my bitrate says it's too high. Cool, awesome, wonderful. How do I fix? Output setting. Can I do this? Probably not. But we'll just go with it. If it sucks, it sucks. Fix it later.
Yet another of the Kyrian's loyal servants. Have you come here to be slaughtered as well? This temple was merely the first. Bastion will burn.
So doing this on other characters last couple weeks. Then coming here on the main, one-shotting that is hilarious.
Stitch flesh will be irked to
Like, it wasn't hard on the other
destroyed his prize
late-stage
creation.
Jailer, stuff like that.
I am
But it is still funny.
gladly take your limbs as repayment.
Still has more from M+. Plus.
Face me, Necromancer. Thanatos will be avenged. You
Gotta get this done.
will be
Are you so eager to share your underling's fate? Your vaunted courage will be your doom.
Set to 6K.
Your temple lies in ruin. Your brethren are butchered. You have already lost.
Understand.
vile monster.
Very strange.
No matter. My minions
Your arrival proved proved timely, yet the battle rages on. We cannot rest until these invaders are purged from our skies. I will lead the effort here, while my disciples bring you to the necropolis. Let us end this atrocity.
We have all the corpses we need, Stitch Flesh. Prepare to strike at the next temple.
Just a moment longer. It seems that the parts for my new creation have arrived at last.
See if that fixes anything. Or does anything. Oh. Okay, apparently limiting to 5.9. Whatever. As long as it works, that's all that matters. Still bugged out, which is whatever. Collect everything. Here. It's not like anything can hurt me. Up, down.
Run.
Reloads this fixes.
My assistant. These raw materials are in need of processing. Incompetent oafs. Gorgrine, try not to damage those limbs whilst you tear them off.
Oh, hey, Dilly. Appreciate you jumping in.
Gruntle.
How vexing! Rotspew, get to work. And
I am sorry that that screwed up your stuff.
No! Now I have to rebuild those two from
And
scratch.
avenge this guy.
Put your
Oh, I didn't want to hit that guy hard.
stitches.
Run out.
I'm gonna have shit luck. I'm
Target
sure of it.
you.
I must reserve your parts for later.
This is the thing, like, I don't even want this mount, but I want it for collection's sake.
I'm the one.
Like, the Raptor is the one out of the instances that I've wanted. Sharkbait! Ooh, was good too.
Yet.
Like I said, you can get a level 32 on either faction, and one of the main characters for you. Alright, mount 1. No mount. Not surprised.
A fraction of our forces.
Well, I want to try to go for these things while they're boosted, but I'm not going to go to the levels of like Caleb or others that are leveling characters and doing extra stuff. Like, I just want to try. They're gonna work or it's not. Because I'll still be farming these things after the event, I'm sure. Like, I still have to, even if I got the Octosi tomorrow or tonight, if I decide to run that. Like, I would still go and get the skip so other people can have that. Because it's just a miserable instance otherwise. There it is.
Archon guide you. Walk with courage.
I've never bothered with the character restore. But I do have a ridiculous amount of characters that I've never bothered to play, but made back before, like, Cross Realm and Blizzard Whispers worked all that well, where I would just go and sit on a friend server with them and hang out. And hey, you're allowed to complain you're not getting the specific things that you're after. Like, yes, it's awesome that you're getting other stuff, but it's still you're after a specific thing. Like, I'm glad that I'm done with Antorus. I'm glad that I'm done with Drezalor. And that's just because for the last year, a little bit longer in the case of Antorus, I've been sending a character to that every single week. Like, usually Gory goes in there and does those on skips just to try to get it. I got those. That's awesome. I'm done with it. Like, post-event, if I don't get the mounts from this guy, Jailer, or the Tuss, then that's going to be my next farming. I still haven't gotten Rookmar's mount after years and years of just teleporting there, killing him, and flying away. And see, and like, I don't even know what drops in here, but I know there's a stupid amount of mounts here. I think that Gorlek's one of them, though. Yeah, Mimron, like, Ulduar is a big part of the reason why I cracked back in Wrath, where I was just like, I'm done. And then right after that, it was Trial of Crusader, which was fun-ish. But then right after that, you get to another, you know, giant raid where it's like, no, this is terrible. And while some of the people that I was raiding with were awesome, the GM and a bunch of the officers were not. One thing that I will say, if you're gonna farm these mounts zones, is get the Replenish the Reservoir quest. It's still on heroic. Whoops. Go back out. Get the Replenish the Reservoir quest because it's a free 1,600 gold. And we loves our money. Well, he was a tolerable person when you weren't raiding, but he had a stick wedged so far up his butt while raiding that we just clashed multiple times. Like, he was telling me that I needed to, like, swap to different specs, do this differently, try this. Like, have you played a Prot Warrior before? Like, no. I was like, then how about you let me do what I'm doing, and we go from there. He didn't like that answer. And I told him flat out in front of a bunch of other people one night in a raid that when he started paying my sub, I'll started tanking the way he wanted. That got me in some shit, because they didn't like that answer. So... But he thought that we were going to be a world first guild. We were never going to be a world first guild. Our highest that we had ever gotten was like US 100 for a couple of bosses in Ulduar at the time. And he thought that we were magically going to like compete at the highest level. Meanwhile, we were raiding with people who, while very nice, were the reason that we didn't get the Black Pleurodrake Drake from Naxxramas, because they couldn't not die in that instance. I mean, there are people who are at the top of the game who are absolutely insane, and there are people at the absolute top who are, I just want to play this to the best of my ability, and this is how I have fun. And neither of them are wrong. Like Caleb, he's Hall of Fame Mythic Raider. Some of the people that I raid with in my guild used to be Hall of Fame Mythic Raiders. You know, they burned out and now they're here doing stuff where our raid group is more relaxed. So you've got people who have been raiding together for 20 years, some of which have like gone out of their way to hang out with people, other people in the guild. A couple people have known each other since they were in high school, I think, and have just been playing together since. So like, you've got those super high-end players mixing with people whose kids literally just graduated college, last year. So it works, but sometimes it does get frustrating.
We will face whatever.
I don't know. I know Sam was talking about doing raids next season, and I'll help out with that where I can. I'm sure other people will as well. She thinks I'm raid leading, though. She's mistaken. Absolutely not.
It is done. The final chamber of the sepulchre opens before me. You were forged into
I mean,
weapon to succeed.
guilds are always recruiting for raiding. I will say that. Like, it's one thing to have a character in a friend's guild to hang out and do stuff with. It's one thing, your sub is your sub. If you want to raid and there's a guild out there that takes you, go. Like, oh yeah, no, I get that. Raiding with friends is more important. Like, I've known a lot of the people that I've raided with for the entirety of the game.
We must.
Like, one of them came, she had to come into town for work last year? I think it was last year. And she just called me out of the blue and was like, hey, I'm in your city, show me around. I was like, okay. And I literally showed her various things that she had never seen outside of just television shows. Like, drove her past the Christmas Story house. Drove her past where they did, Winter Soldier and the car destruction scene. This takes forever. Alright. I'm glad to hear that.
I would never give up on you, Anduin.
You need time to recover, but we must press on. The jailer has reached the final chamber of the sepulchre. He is perilously close to victory.
The consoles have been
I
infused with domination.
turn those into tier, because it's 25 versus 5. Like we said before, we lost that free gold.
The answer lies within the mysteries of the first ones. Their secrets can guide our way forward. If forged by the proper hand.
I would never step foot into a mythic raid like as a serious thing. I will stick with heroic. It gets me my AOTC. It gets me relaxed times. Like, good. I'll do my push to 3K.
The jailer will try to dominate our minds.
But the idea of doing mythics, for the amount of effort that you have to put into gearing and farming and everything like that, like, yeah, you have that to an extent to heroic as well, but it's definitely a lot lower. But again, people want to do it, 2 thumbs up, go for it.
Your deeds have unbalanced the harmony of the cosmos. All possible outcomes result in your demise.
I mean, mythics seem like they're this scary entry. I promise you they're not. Like, your main character, what's the item level? Like, at least 650? I would think probably higher than that. Yeah. At 650, you can be doing 10s as long as the rest of the group knows what they're doing. I mean, I was doing, on my Paladin, I was doing 10s at 620. But I also, as a tank, know all the instances, know where I have to press defensives, know where I have to watch out for things. It just takes practice. Like, that's all mythics are, is can you do this over and over again, getting better at it? I mean, that's the same as raid too. That's why a lot of people say that PvP is the harder of the two things, because you have the unexpected action of what's this player going to do, whereas all of these encounters are scripted. Like, I know that when I go kill that Overthrown Protector, and he gets down to 80% or something like that, it's going to turn into Mal'Ganis and fly away. That's just the script. You know, when I go kill the Lords of Dread, I know that the door's going to open up to Jailer. But if I went into a battleground, I could have, 7 hunters across the map shooting me and just taking my health away super quick. I swear, if Caleb got another character that he is leveling for another attempt, I'm gonna just crash out on him. That boy is banana. I was just tabbing out, checking out stuff. Well, that's the thing. Mythics aren't scary. To me, at least. And it's not just because I've done them a bunch, it's not because I'm a tank. It's just, you're going in with the idea that you're either going to time it or you're not. Like, there's no real barrier other than it's either going to win or you're not. It is what it is. If you win, you get slightly better rewards than if you lose. They changed that around recently, which is good. But, like, my thought process is, if you can do a 0, you can do a 4. If you do a 4, you can do a 7. If you do a 7, you can do a 10. If you do a 10, then you can do a 12. And those are all just various steps where things get quote-unquote harder with the affixes and whatnot. The bulk of M+ is learning the routes, learning the instances, knowing when you need to use a cooldown for various things. Like next season we get Dawnbreaker, we get Floodgate. What else do we get? We get Priory as well back, which I hate that instance, but I know people liked it. And then we've got the other stuff. I mean, technically, if I had a core group that I was used to running with, I could be pushing like 15, 16, stuff like that. Do I want to? No. Because my gear's the highest it's going to get. Like, I'm 682. I've got 8 of 8 myth for most things. Like, that ring is holding me back for item level. That's holding me back for item level, but they're good enough trinkets that I want to use them. Good enough items that I want to use them. That reminds me, I need my belt thing, I think, this week. Like, that's holding me back because it's 8 of 8. Otherwise, it'd be closer to 685. The only thing that changes, so 2 is where your first FX hits. 4, I think, is the second thing that shows up. Maybe it's 7. I don't actually know because they changed everything around. Because it used to be 2, 4, 7, 10, 12. Was where they had their little, like, tier steps of things. So, like, 2, you'd get bosses hit 10% harder. Okay. Then next week it would swap to bosses are normalized, but all of the ads in the instance hit 30% harder. And then the next one, like this expansion they're doing, the Xalatath FXs. Like one of them is 10 orbs rain down from the sky, and you've got to crowd control them in some way, shape, or form. And if you do, you get like 2% haste each one that you do, and there's 10 orbs. So you get all this extra haste for yourself. But if you miss any of them, then the mobs that are fighting and affected by those, they get, what is it? I think it's a damage reduction. I don't know, there's different ones. Like one of them you have to run into each other, and then another one is you have to be dispelled at the proper time. And then the next FX, the way that it works now, is level 10, and then they alternate between Fortified and, Tyrannical. Couldn't think of the name of it to save my life. But it's the boss HP gets buffed, the mob's HP gets buffed, plus that FX that you had to deal with earlier. It is the same thing over and over again, though. That's the tricky part. Season 1, they made it so if the level 7 FX was if you died, the timer got 15 seconds knocked off. So it was very detrimental to die. Now, up until level 12, it's only a 5-second death penalty. So you still don't want to die, but you can have a wipe here and there, and depending on the instances, and still recover and still time the key. Now at level 12, like the orbs and the dispels and all that stuff disappears, and it's just a flat 15% or 15 seconds every time you die. Well, I mean, it goes against the group, but yes, per person. So let's say you, me, Tyler, Sam, and Doc. We're all in an instance. We're all running through it on a 12 and everything like that. And you fall into a hole and you die. Your death is now 15 seconds off our timer. I screw up a mechanic and I fall off the side of a ledge. Like if you've done Rookery. I've fallen off the ledge on the last boss a couple of times, and it's cost me runs before because I wasn't paying attention. So that was 15 seconds. Just 15. But yes, if we wipe, then it's 115. But yeah, so there's pluses and minuses. Ideally, you want to get with groups, 1, that have either done it before, or 2, that you can work your way up through. So that way you guys know, all right, at this part of the instance, I'm going to blow Rallying Cry, so that way the healer has an easier time. And now Caleb's in this run, for instance, and he's playing a Dragon. He's going to Zephyr, so that way we take less damage right after that. And Doc's going to use Darkness here, and things of that nature. And it's just, you will know ahead of time without having to actually communicate it, even though you would still be on Discord usually. So a pro tip, if you're soloing, try to get as many of those little portals as you can, just to give yourself a little bit easier time. Or fuck up completely and fall in a hole. Oops. Maybe my death was a sacrifice. But yeah, like, shit happens in instances all the time. You can lag out. You can have issues where you're not paying attention. your phone can go off, and you're like, what the hell's happening? Like, it is what it is. What happened in a Mythic, if I wiped right there, is we just go again. Now, something else that they introduced this time around was Resilience. So once you get up to level 12, once you complete all your instances at level 12, then your keys become resilient. So they cannot be unless you manually lower them. Yeah, it says Resilient 12 right underneath Mythic level 12. Hey, Orc. Appreciate you, sir. We're going to snooze that ad break. Snooze for 5 minutes. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, you see how all that says that. So my keys, we could go run this instance over and over and over again. Mechagon 12. And we're not going to time it. We're not going to time it. Something happened, this, that, and the other thing. We just run out, reset the instance, put it back in, and go. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Hopefully, Mount Drops will be on the side tonight. Helping Sam earlier probably was, indication that I'm not going to get anything, but it is what it is. Worst comes to worst, I'll just run it again next week, post-event. I'll wait till he does the root in, and then I'll run off and grab that. There we go. Let him chase me for a sec. It only stacks to 6. I looked down at the chat window instead of actually paying attention and almost got myself MC'd. I is pro gamer. All right, moment of truth, moment of truth. Your sister's ass, as Caleb would say. That's what it is. I didn't expect it to get it on the first one. Is what it is. Oh, Jailer's terrible. It is what, like I said, it is what it is. I wasn't expecting it. It would have been nice. But I guess I'll do Zandalar. Toy box. Zandalar. We will go for the Krog. Go for the Raptor. End it on Nyolothoth.
The blood trolls are scattered, but we must find the source of the rot and destroy it. Guard yourselves. Who knows what lurks in these caves?
I do love that I can just run straight to the end in this instance, not having to actually farm, kill bosses. This wasn't a terrible M+. Like, that guy was annoying because of people not paying attention to how the ads work. The next guy was probably the hardest boss in here, just because people didn't know how to manage that either. But it was a nice M+ because it was a straightforward run here, do this, run here, do this, run here, do this. It's over. I didn't BFA either. I had people to play with when I was around originally. I quit when I got my Lich King kill back at the tail end of Wrath. I stayed away for Cataclysm. I came back right before Pandas came out. I had a handful of people to play with during Pandas. Came after Pandas. Warlords. Yeah, Warlords. Had a handful of people to play with during Warlords. Warlords is where everybody just fell off because we were all expecting it to be a Burning Crusade 2.0. And that would have been amazing because we loved, or at least a lot of the people that I played with, we loved Burning Crusade.
Watch wave. Watch your feet.
So
Watch
when
your
that
feet.
didn't pan out the way,
Watch your feet.
like Legion, I was pretty much a solo player.
Watch your feet.
Most of the people that were still
Watch your
around
feet.
were all Alliance side, and I didn't swap over to play with them. After Legion, was it Battle? I feel like it was Battle. Battles where I went absolutely insane, farming mounts and stuff like that, and made myself mad. Yeah, I didn't get this one. I didn't expect it.
There is much to do.
Yeah, like, a couple people would come back, usually right before the end of the expansion, and they'd be on other servers, so I'd get, hey, come help, come do this, you can get Cutting Edge. And I'd be like, okay. Shadowlands was just terrible. It was no fun whatsoever. And it had such promise too, which is such a frustrating thing. You're making me feel old. I mean, I am old, so it's okay, but I just read that and I go, oh, babysitters. I had bought my own car by that time. Ooh. I mean, I had no intentions of ever playing WoW. I got into this because friends refused to buy an Xbox and play Halo 2 with me. I think I've already talked about that at some point in somebody else's stream. But a bunch of people who were all Orcs and Humans fans, they were all into it, and come on, we're all gonna play together. Like, okay, went out, bought a computer, made my own first character, didn't realize that servers were a thing, couldn't play with each other back then, cross-server, back in vanilla.
Run.
See, one of my first jobs ever was working at a local grocery store chain. and I worked there specifically for the purpose to buy a Nintendo 64 because we wanted the wrestling games to hang out and play back then. Because I had already had a PlayStation at that point. Gotten that for some holiday or maybe a birthday or something. But I literally worked at that grocery store from the fall till right after Easter. And I had saved up enough money for an N64 and a couple of games. And I was like, that's cool, we're done.
Interrupt.
Because like I had the summer jobs, like the best summer job I ever had, and I tell my nephew and niece and all them, like, hey, when you get older, become a lifeguard, learn how to teach swimming lessons, like it's the best job you'll ever have, I promise you that. Like I had that job when I was 14. But that was back when it was $3.25 every half hour. Oh, by far. If I could go back, like take everything that I have in my head now, I'll even, you know, just let me go back to that era. Because, oh my gosh, was it the best time ever. Like, wake up, about 8 o'clock in the morning, have some breakfast, maybe not have some breakfast, you know, walk the 3 blocks that it was to the pool, teach morning lessons from, you know, 9:30 until noon, be there from noon until 1 was lunch, then open swim, lifeguard that till 7, do swim lessons from 7:30 until 9:30, and then go out with my friends until whenever we decided that we were going home that night, depending on who was out, depending on if they had a curfew or not. And see, GameStop, everybody that I have ever talked to that worked at a GameStop, at least from like late or mid 2000s on, said it was neat that you got to sit there and talk about video games, but they all felt like scumbags because GameStop policy was pretty much screw the consumer, make as much money as you can. Like, oh, you have a brand new out of box, you know, Halo 3 that you just got last week and you've only played once. Well, instead of giving you $50 for that, we'll give you, you know, $10, or if you do this as a trade-in and you buy something else, then we'll give you $25. So I had applied for GameStop later in life, just as a let's have a fun like video game job. And once I had heard everything and talked to people that worked there, I was like, yeah, you don't have to hire me, it's fine.
This temple is under Gahul's power.
I mean, the market for trade-ins is not high, especially with most things being a digital download these days. That said, with them doing a lot of shady things with digital downloads, I'm not surprised that they're going to start moving some things to physical media, or some places will try to get more physical media in. But from a video game production standpoint, it makes sense to do away with physical media because you're spending the money manufacturing the product and all that other stuff. Well, I mean, Nintendo's scumbag self is selling physical cartridges of game licenses. So, like, that alone is no thank you for the Switch 2. Don't get me wrong, like, love Nintendo products. have multiple Legend of Zelda tattoos. It's probably my favorite game series out of everything. But what they're doing with the Switch 2 was enough for me to go, no, we're good.
I spent my life resisting your master.
I don't need to buy you anytime soon. If at all.
Complain all you like, my king. But you should have realized there was no escaping Ga'Hoole.
Huh. Tab out and look. Apparently there's a horde in Stormwind. And Moonguard. That's hilarious. Alright. This guy drops or doesn't drop. We'll teleport to Rookmar.
Watch your step.
He drops his mount. And I'll go for the Tussie. I know I shouldn't be surprised, but wormhole.
And for your kingdoms as well, you must stop him.
Jagged landscape. DC? Seed. I'm coming back dead, aren't I? This game has been glitchy and buggy all day. Alright, well, guess we're Alt F4ing that. And again. I heard that's a good show. I see it in previews, but I never watched it. There was always trailers for it following Tulsa King. Which, phenomenal show if you haven't watched that. Oh. Apparently it's going to give me a parachute. Nice. Doesn't usually parachute. Whee! Usually spawns right there. Sometimes, since this is a dead realm, he does bigger loops. So if I do a who, as you can see, by myself. Alright, well, I guess I sit and wait. Did I tab out to start looking at things? Yes, I did. %, mounts? Oh, like the ones that automatically drop. Got it. Like, I still need to find the Void Talon one of these days. Maybe post-event. I'll throw characters up in various spawn locations. Like, this one was part of my weekly mount farm and still is. Depending on, like, data for Azeroth says that this isn't boosted, but the other one that Sam had linked said that it was, so we're just here trying. Otherwise, like, I have all the other rares, or mounts from raids and stuff like that. Great. Warlords, yeah, like I've got the Hellfire Citadel. It's on normal. Yeah, I've got that. I had that since a while ago. Hilariously enough, I don't have that, but I also would only ever use Skip. Black Rock Foundry. Got the Skip, got that. I like both of those skips, because just like the Nighthold skip, I literally just run in, let people go, and go ahead, have fun. Have fun storming the castle. And then I zone back out and just watch TikToks until they run out of characters. So if you need the hammer from there, get some characters to Draenor. I'll gladly sit outside the instance and just go, have fun storming the castle. And just watch videos on my phone. No worries. Like, this event has not been bad, but it has not been good either. It could have been so much more. I get that they have to try to placate both sides of the player base, or it's like, hey, we're going to give you these extra chances, but we're not going to make them too high so that way it's still a rare mount. Even though 90% of the people who get these mounts never going to use them anyways. Like, this mount that I'm on currently is one of my favorite from Dragonflight. I'm going to rock this for a while. But, like, even though I have all the rare Proto-Drake mounts skins from this, like, this is the one that I like the most because I customize it to look the way I want it to. The fire one or this one? Because both are good. Like, this is the skin from Dawn of the Infinites. Fire one's by far my favorite. Like, I was doing Sarkareth, LFR on 4 characters. Corey, Lip, Urog. Yeah, I was doing it on 4 characters. I had to stop and think how old some of the other ones were. The fire one, this one is from Sarkareth, yes. The last boss of the second raid of Dragonflight, Aberrus the Shadowed Crucible. Tolerable instance. Bit undertuned, but still okay. It was funny because the first instance of Dragonflight, or the first raid from Dragonflight, was a bit harder than most people expected. So when the second raid came out and we were steamrolling all the way up to the last boss on night 1, like, holy shit, how the hell did this happen? Like, that was probably one of our fastest clears done with AOTC on that. But then you jump into Firelands after, and Firelands was a motherfucker, especially like Smolderon being a huge cock block. Miserable. I mean, fun raid to an extent, but still miserable. If there's somebody here, I don't dare tab out to miss the tag. This one has a relatively fast respawn. I think it's only 15 to 30 minutes. Right, slap boop. This is not a daily, no. This is a weekly. I have nothing left that I could do daily on. Tazavesh was the last thing that I could spam farm. Everybody's like, wait for the mount to drop from the, the mythic. Like, yeah, no. I'm not going to be that lucky to get it in the mythic, even though I'm probably going to end up running since too many damn times. Yeah, I mean, I got the free one too, which is nice. I just wanted the other one to complete the set. I'm a big sucker on when I get something I want to complete the set. Like, got the Raszageth mount color, which was just the Raszageth skin when we were in Dragonflight, and I did those raids. Then I farmed for this one, couldn't get it. I got the rare drop Firelands Fyrakk skin, bright ass orange one. I was like, oh my god, now I absolutely have to keep farming, Aberrus. Just because I wanted to complete the set. Thankfully I got it. But I got it a couple months ago, running with Morg and Doc, showing him around the instances, because they wanted to go get Transmog from that era. It's a quick instance. Getting there is harder than the actual getting around it, thankfully. It's pretty straightforward and simple. There he is. I didn't get a tag on that. Son of a bitch. Alright, fuck it. I'm not gonna sit here and wait. Come back to the end of the night when there's nobody else here and do it then. Azoth is in Panda this week, because he was in Uldum last week. Yes, Wormhole. Wormhole Joy, Pandaria. He loves being an engineer.
This cannot be. The Black Empire itself has invaded the Vale. Act swiftly before all is lost.
Ender before I go in. See, I got into engineering because my friend who was playing, going back to that story, when I got into WoW and everything like that, my one buddy, he was like, hey, I'll level a character with you, I want to level trolls. I was like, fine, it is what it is, we'll do trolls. I wanted to be undead. He's like, I'll show you the game, so on and so forth. We stayed together probably the first 25-ish levels, and he would show me professions and stuff like that, and he was like, I'm gonna do blacksmithing and mining so that way I can make some gear for me and I can make some gear for you. He's like, why don't you do engineering so that way you can have dynamite, and if we get into trouble you can drop down the target dummies, stuff like that. And I was like, perfect, let's do it. And I just never swapped off to a quote-unquote more useful profession. Well, and that's the thing, like, professions after Dragonflight are tricky, because now they have the annoying giant craft system where you have to get skill points and specialty knowledge and stuff like that in order to get the highest of high ranks. The old stuff was simple. It was like, get to 55, learn this, craft this, done. And that's the shit that I
That
liked.
vision was as much for me as it was for you. N'Zoth wants us to believe that my corruption is inevitable. Doubt me if you must, but know that I will not rest until his smoldering core.
Oh jeez. I tabbed out to look. Morg's taking her druid to Orgrimmar for their dance party. That's hilarious. Ah, it's hilarious. I love it. She's got a great vibe over there. Fun times. I know that I need to get the stupid stuff done. So that way I can just say it's out of the way. I'll probably do Hunter and Paladin off stream. And then run less scrubby alts through, or the more scrubby alts through the mythic instances instead. But they're not going to do the raids. I've resigned myself to the fact that short of a miracle happening on one of these runs, I'm just going to add these to my weekly mount farm rotation. And I get this one in 2 more weeks. So I'll get 3 or 4 tonight, and then 4 or 4 next week, so I'll have my skip then. That way when people want to go do Nyalotha, I can let them in. Because even then I'll still, even if I have the skip, I would only do it on 3 characters, because like N'Zoth on a lower geared character really fucking sucks. And like, I shouldn't complain, because you're in there farming ICC where the closest thing to a skip that you can do is a Parasol or a Demon Hunter or a Dragon Glide. Well, that's the thing, like, I have all the skips outside of this instance right here. So I'm good. And literally, I need this mount, I need the Jailer mount, I need the Wyvern thing from Necrotic Wake, that was the first instance that I did. I need the Raptor from King's Rest, and I need the Krog. That's it from those instances. Like, I eventually will need to go farm Mechagon for the Peacekeeper. There's that. Battle for Azeroth. Dungeons. Right? Yes, Mechagon. But because it's part of the Mythic rotation right now, you just see this. Nice. I hate that I have to hit all of this. Unrelated to that, That's something that I just thought of while I was sitting here doing this. Did you see that Thing and Johnny get a brand new team up starting Friday? Talking about Rivals, in case you're confused. So if you've seen any of the promotional materials, you've seen that Johnny carries Ben. And the team up in the game is Johnny literally airdropping Ben onto people, doing his knock-up. Supposedly it's an AoE 55 damage. So it's not groundbreaking, but the idea that you'd be able to hot drop somebody down like that, immediately go into your charge to stun them even further, and make it so they can't run away, and then on top of that go into your ult to stun and probably kill them. Broken. Insta-ban Thing. Like, come Friday, Black Panther's your first ban, Thing is your second. And that's just because they tweak some of Black Panther's abilities, and he's super annoying to deal with right now for the healers. I don't know if you've seen or played since we played on Sunday, but they my brain shut down. The accessories that they have in game, they if you have that character as your home screen character, they show up there as well. I have a nice little video of Jeff just doing loop-de-loops with Deadpool hanging off of his fin. Because I had to buy Jeff first. I'll buy the Emma purse of Jeff next. The playing Black Panther is fine. He's another one that is much better on computer than he is on console, just because a lot of his really good combo kills require you to be able to just do this, no problem, and spin around. Sorry if anybody gets motion sick there. Yeah, like Spider-Man, very fast movement. Black Panther, Captain America, Venom to an extent, very fast movement. You know, yes, on controller you can set up so you can have very fast movement, but it's more effort than I'd want to put in. Plus, I don't enjoy playing most DPS in the game. Like, I enjoy Psylocke, I enjoy Reed. Even though everybody hates her, I enjoy Squirrel Girl, because she's, you know, I just sit back and shoot acorns down a hallway and not pay any attention. Like, I know you were loving Phoenix the other night. She looks fun. I played her once in quick play, or not even quick play, in the practice range. I was like, now we're good. Back to Jeff and Emma.
Anchor point detected within temple interior. Recommendation: proceed with caution.
Caution!
Did a top game last night after I logged off of this, and I had a Lord Storm, and I was super excited because we had a bunch of other Lords on the team. Lord Storm went negative and refused to swap until we were literally losing. Like, overtime counter ticking down and everything like that. I missed the idea of having my sound on so I could have heard their crashing out. Because I was just sitting there typing about what and more on the Cure and things of that nature, which bad form on me, sure, but
A queen keeps her promises. Listen closely.
it's what it
I will
is.
only say this once. For all his bluster, N'Zoth was ever
who's
the
doing
weakest
what?
of his kin. One vestige of their power yet remains that can be turned against him. I would have driven this blade into his foul heart myself, had you not disrupted my plans.
Oh yeah, 100% they were throwing.
Xal'atath
And when I
is
logged on this morning, I got the notice that they've been reported for throwing, and it's like, okay,
blow fail. You will
nothing's
not
gonna happen
survive
with it, I'm sure.
Now go
But
and do what you will. I'm
it is what it is.
intermediaries and heralds. The true throne of
Those who are worthy shall be remade through its
If Exiona and her dragonflight wish to be cast into darkness, then let us help them on their way.
I look forward to reuniting you with your father. How dare you!
Well, that's what's supposed to happen. When you get a ban, you're supposed to be restricted from competitive. So you can still quick play, you can still practice versus AI, stuff of that nature. Does it work? No.
Corruption eradicated. Initiating anchor materialization.
Exiona would see all dragons kneel before N'Zoth.
This is the first time that I've streamed Mount Farming that I can think of this month.
Each anchor brings us closer to unleashing the power of the Forge against N'Zoth.
Yes, there is the issue of false reporting. Ooh, snuck through there. Okay. Figured that was what was in there, but I wanted to check to make sure.
Potential anchor point detected in immediate vicinity.
Good. The sooner you place these anchors, the sooner we bring down N'Zoth.
The Hive will devour you.
I shall peel the flesh from your bones.
Hey, neat. A pet. I'll summon him. Set him as a favorite too. Didn't realize that was a thing. Yeah, no mount luck though. Hopefully that's a good sign. As of all the runs that I've done in here so far, I haven't seen any besides more drops to vendor.
Error. Corruption at critical levels. Anchor placement terminated.
Raden? It can he be? You're a servant of the Titans, of Azeroth herself. lesson from this, champions. Do not let N'Zoth wield your fears against you.
Now for the worst part of this entire instance. Well, second worst part. I can cannonball this the right way.
Alert. New anchor location detected within aperture.
I did. Go me.
Aperture is certainly the polite way to put it.
You enter as parasites, but will feed
Right on me.
my perfection.
I'll just sneak down the side. Tried to sneak, failed, miserable. Womp womp.
Darkness within. Step forward and accept my embrace. You claw my flesh, but I am eternal.
Warning. Reduction of contamination required for anchor deployment.
You will never be rid of me. The feud begins. Flesh peels away. Dare scar perfection.
Alright, back up top. Show on the road. Well, this instance is huge. The idea behind it is this is supposed to be a little miniature city that you would get to experience back thousands upon thousands of years ago when the old gods ruled Azeroth.
What Mother means is, we only get one shot at this. The closer you get to N'Zoth, the better our odds of hitting him.
Understood. N'Zoth will answer for what he has done to Azeroth and my father.
Wrong button, but oops, whatever. Still got ridiculous amounts of RP to go through.
You stand before the Black Prince. Don't do anything? To use the Chamber's weapons against N'Zoth, we need to get inside his... Leave this part to me. After all, dramatic entrances are my specialty.
Oh, Caleb's doing skips now. Think? Oh, you're talking about Goofy Raytheon? Yeah, he talks too much.
Angry, are we? And after I tried so hard to impress you with my dagger hand.
This whole instance is terrible.
Warning. Corruption levels exceeding measurable parameters. Incalculating.
That does not sound particularly encouraging, Mother.
You will break like your father before you.
N'Zoth's rage seems fixated upon me, champions. Perhaps you can turn that to our advantage.
There we go. Forever.
My strength is unending.
Champions, N'Zoth is luring us into the core of his... I dare not enter that vow, lest I lose myself to his madness. Strike him down.
That's one thing that's so much easier in a ranged class.
Complete the circle. Open the way.
For an old guard who claims to see everything, you are blind to the threat before you.
Not terrible as long as you're relatively geared. Like, the only thing that I have to worry about in this entire instance, one is when I jump off the side getting down to the bottom stuff. Two, this boss, because if you don't get the sanity stuff taken care of, the ups and downs, stuff like that, you'll wipe. Like, this fight is so much worse with multiple people because you have stuff. You have to all manage your sanity together, and that it's just a giant pain in the butt. Like, if I ever get the Octosian people to the skip, I would help them clear up to this, and then I would just leave. Oh, yeah. Fury is not terrible. Again, it's just the fact that if you're ranged, you have a hell of a lot easier time because you can just sit back and mob stuff. Mind gate over here. Kill Psychist again. If you ever decide to start doing this raid, try to make sure you always stay close to your body. that something else that get you killed? Mind gate.
Mother opened a gateway to the chamber. Champion, Azeroth needs your aid.
I mean, Prow Warrior is my favorite class for a lot of reasons. It's one of those, it's very easy to start, but a giant pain in the butt to master. Alright. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to honor Morgan. Shuffling Sands. We get a little bit of Caleb in here where we're dancing around it and everything. But yeah, if you got questions, I'll gladly do my best to answer. I dance around the boss. Caleb did not get the jailer's mount. That sucks.
These stones.
Oh, apparently talking to him cancels shuffling. Well, we're just hitting the button. Octosi? No Octosi. Son of a bitch. But I upped my corruption resistance from 74 to 77. Huh? 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 Fuck this game. Alright, wormhole. Oh, that's right. I have to fly because that's a 4-hour cooldown. Just forgot. We'll do Rookmar. Molten Core. See if I can't get that. Get something out of this week.
Patience. Patience.
Vendor mushroom. Yep, so far just pet luck. Granted, I could buy that off the auction house if I really wanted it. But it is what it is. All things considered, I think this event has given me at least 1 million gold farming it on Gory alone. Or come close to it. So, not terrible, just not what I wanted. Like I said earlier, that I'm going to have to go back and farm this stuff going forward. Go to the Rook of Mar. I like how it tells me the bit rate's going high. And yes, a mill is a mill. Set my bit rate to not go high. Heads up, add in 30 seconds. Or 35 rather. So, how is your farming going? Anything? Fair. Yeah, don't do what a lot of us have done and burn yourself out doing this crap. It's me. I'm lagging? Sitting here spamming my there it goes. Ability's trying to fly faster and it just wouldn't go. Strange. Likes my Ever strange. Whatever. There's so many stream issues on viewing end has there. Flying in the right spot. There him is. Hello, Mr. Bird. Over here and come to me. Good old 45 gold. Yay. Haven't mentioned fuck this game yet. Oh well. It's what it is. Oh, ad break. Duh, dummy. Pay attention. And we're back. Forgot what I was gonna say. Crap. Didn't get them out. Not surprised there. Shit, what was I thinking of? Don't remember. Concussions, folks. Make your brain not work. Oh, that's right. I was wondering, with the stream, when you are watching, or if you're just doing what I normally work and do other things at the same time, when you are watching, is it coming across okay? Because it's telling me the bitrate's too high. And I'm curious because it says it's a stable thing. I know Sam usually has her sitting way too low. I'm not noticing any gameplay issues, but it's always worth an ask. Check and make sure. Okay, just making sure. Guy started streaming with the idea that I'd get some random nonsense here and there doing like mythics, doing stuff like that. That's all I've ever gone for when it comes to just gameplay highlights. I loved Xbox for that because I just hit the button and it's alright, the last minute's been captured. So when I got the idea to stream this, I was like, okay, perfect. That way when we're doing something stupid. There was Senarth and the Dragonfly, right? And she would web you if you got too many stacks of a debuff, but you could get the web removed if you had one of the little ads die on you because it would explode the poison and burn your web away. And there's a perfect clip of people in Raid, like, trying to help and failing miserably in the funniest ways possible because like, I'm webbed off in the corner. He life grips me to him right as all the ads got brought to me where I was and exploded. So I just sat there for another 30 seconds waiting for the debuff to go away. But it's stupid stuff like that where I was like, this is perfect, this is hilarious, let's clip that. So like I gotta give credits to credits due. Like it's Barry telling me that she's gonna raid my channel and has. You know, Caleb doing co-streams with me. Org raiding my channel.
The dark times will pass.
You know, all that's been wonderful. Alright, now it's time for the original. Can I get my Eye of Ragnaros? This will be everything for Gory this week. His Sanctum's done. Ice Crown. That still bothers me. Like, it says that it's available, and I want to try that again in a few minutes where I'm going to teleport there myself to check it out to see if it's still locked like that, or if I just had to stay out. Like, everything else that I wanted to farm this week is done after I finish this up. So, I'll do Nyalotha and Jailer and the stuff that I've, pretty much everything that I've done tonight except for Molten Core on the Hunter and Paladin. Then everything else past that it'll be, oh, you want to go kill something? Let me get my, you know, this ult. Because I'd still like a chance at some of the stuff. But like, Sanctum, for instance. I don't need anything from there. So if somebody wanted to bring their Scrub 70 that has all that stuff unlocked, sure. That's when a real character will go. That's why I brought Gory to the first one, when I told Sam to bring her random character. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta mine all this Dark Iron ore. On the very rare chance that this does drop. It takes a stupid amount of old consumables. There are some times where I wish I would level a character on Classic just to experience this at proper level. Not enough that I actually want to do it, but periodically I get that urge where I'm like, this would be a lot of fun. Like everybody yelling, loot the damn hound! Another pet? I swear, if this is the run where I get all the pets, I'm gonna crash out. Because I already have 3 of 3 on those. Learn that, put that one in bags, give to somebody else eventually. anybody ever gets inclined to farm this instance, kill the Molten Giants and Destroyers because there's a chance for a Blood of the Mountain to drop from them. They are part of the materials that you need for both the Eye, I believe Thunder Fury as well. Depending on how populated your server is and how much farming there is done on said server, might be able to make some money on that. That also probably is something for somebody with an auctioneer mount or mod to tell me if I'm lying or not. From a logic standpoint, that's true. This game is anything but logical. I have Thunder Fury. I've had Thunder Fury since probably, I think when I got Thunder Fury. It was Burning Crusade. Would have been midway through tier, there we go, Blood of the Mountain. That's just what I was hoping for. I would have gotten the other binding, because I got this binding from Gar back in Vanilla. The Eye of Ragnaros. It drops off the last boss. It makes the legendary Sulfron Hammer. Seriously, game? Seriously? Oh, go fuck yourself, game. Yeah. See, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Oh, this game's trolling. So annoying. Anyways, it is what it is. I would love to give it away. Absolutely would love to give it away. But yeah, no, I got the first binding in Vanilla. Came back here, back in Burning Crusade, and like I said, I think it was mid to late tier 4. So that'd have been like Karazhan and or the Eye and all that other stuff opened up. It's like the content droughts back then were very long in between big things happening like raids. So I got the other part of it then, finished it off then. Because I definitely, yeah, I would have definitely had it during Kael'thas and Vaj. Oh, but I didn't want the Burning Pitch, that's fine. Drop that off. But ever since I finished that, I would periodically come in here from time to time trying to get the Eye off of Rags. And as we can tell, I haven't gotten it yet. But it would go nice with my legendaries. Comes to, where is it? Not show up under legendaries? Raids? Gotta be under, okay, so like Herald of the Titans we all got, that was great. Thunder Fury, I got that when the achievement system first unlocked, 10, 14 of 08. I got the bow from Quel'Thalas, 7, 30, 13. Shadowmourne, 7, 14. So there you go. There's something that we can look at. So Shadowmourne was 7, 18 of 14. There was mounts. That's what I was looking for. So 7, 14. So a couple weeks after that, or a full year after that, almost, is when I finally got Invincible. The funniest thing that you could do in this raid is this boss right here. Sulfur that we needed that. But you would walk back in here and you would tell everybody there's a portal to Ragnaros if you just walk into that. But it would kill people. And yeah, no. Like all that time that I spent playing this game, especially when I was a solo player, like I was farming mounts. I was doing all this, so like as nice as this event was, I started farming with 13 total mounts that I had to get, and I'm down to 5. So I've gotten a good chunk of what I needed, but it's not what I was hoping for. But now you can pass it on to somebody who doesn't know. Bring them in here when you're going for a Thunder Fury. Be like, hey, did you know that if you look in that little tunnel back there, you can see the final boss? Not gonna kill him at levels, 80, but it's still funny. Oh, it's always worth a shot. Used to have a long-standing rule with a group of people that I ran with back then, that if you ever went AFK, you were going to get killed. We would find a way to do it. Like, we took a Fel Reaver from Hellfire Peninsula and kited it to Shatrath, just in the attempt to try to kill a bunch of people who were AFK in the middle of the town. We took one of the bronze dragons that fly around outside Caverns of Time, and we kited that all the way up to Orgrimmar. Those elevators, giant pain in the butt. Didn't work, we ended up having to go around Fairless and up and over instead. So that's all through Stone Talon Mountains and all that other stuff. Oh, giant pain in the ass. Great time. Hilarious. We didn't do anything Alliance side, because most of us, while we had Alliance characters, we never bothered going over there to mess with. But that was our group of people that we would just do silly ass shit for the sake of entertaining and making fun for ourselves. Like, if I would have had capture abilities back then, we'd have been huge. Just for the stupidity that we were doing on a regular basis. And that's a thought. Almost done.
Impossible. Stay your attack, mortals. I submit. Brashly, you have come to wrest the secrets of the living flame. You will soon regret the recklessness of your quest. I go now to summon the Lord whose house...
Look at that. Restores 1 health per 5 seconds. That is broken. Did I have that? Last one. Torch Creek, yes, I. And now the long run back to the beginning. Still not as long as some of the stuff that you all have to deal with for farming. I've already collected my rewards. Thank you, though. I hate with the Delve Belt because it has an on-use effect of opening the device. but I can't use my nitro boosts. But I did keep my ult, and I always forget about it until pretty much this point of the instance where I go, oh wait a minute, I put this on once every once every couple minutes. Get myself a nice little speed boost here. Blood of the mountain? No. Earth? Oh, we'll take that. The real belt back on. Alright, we'll finish this instance up. We'll teleport to Ice Crown. We'll see if the skip thing actually is still screwed up. That doesn't work anymore, and then fortunately we'll have to just go back to the whole, you know, Alt F4 nonsense. Alright, Executus. It's too soon. Always too soon. Give me what we need.
Ragnaros, the Firelord. He who was ancient when this world was young. Bow before him. Too soon. You have awakened me too soon, Executus.
One can hope. This would be nice to finish this off here, because I'm only going to farm in Molten Core and Makori. Again, stupidity says I want to put this in one hand, and I want to put that hammer, orange style, in the other hand. So that way I have both my Molten Core legendaries in one hand, or in one outfit. Tell you what we're going to do. We're gonna bait them. We're going to use Thunder Fury on him.
Now for you, insects. Boldly usurp the power of Ragnaros. Now you shall see it firsthand.
Moment of truth. Son of a bitch. It would be a drawing outfit because it would be silly as hell. But it is what it is. I had a feeling that wasn't going to drop. It's all good. If my not getting a hammer means that you guys get your horse, I will take that. Because at least the horse you can use. Like, me getting the hammer is literally me turning on Fury Spec, which I don't like to play, and screwing around. Whereas if you guys get the horse, you'll actually use the damn thing. So, if my bad luck means everybody else is good, thumbs up, let's get it. Doing 2 hours, okay. They better like that now. Well, that's the thing, like, there are certain mounts that you will use. Like when I got Mimron's head, I rocked that thing till I got the next thing that I really, really wanted. Yeah, see, it says 11 of 12. Son of a bitch. Alright, well apparently that doesn't work anymore, or at least that way. Fuck! Giant kick in the dick. Maybe, and that's the tricky part. Like, supposedly, because I've seen multiple TikToks of people actually like showing how they did it with the whole Alt F4, make, you know, invite to group, Alt F4, do this, invite to group, Alt F4, like that type of nonsense. That supposedly works just fine. But apparently this is just like, nah, get fucked. Like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's right. I can't mail those. So all goes to the bank. That shell launcher shotgun look like anyways? Not terrible. Not good either. Alright, alright, alright. Well, that's it for me on this. I am going to raid out someone. Still on. Morgan. Morgan just got raided with 6. Caleb's got more. What you decide? Are we going to see Morgan or are we going to see Caleb? Morgan's probably more entertaining just because she's at least like doing PvP and the auction house nonsense. Caleb's just farming mounts. Let's go say hi to Morgan. I like it. Picasso. I clicked that raid channel. Following. Go to Morgan. Close that. Going to start the raid. 2 viewers ready to raid in 7 seconds. Perfect. I'm going to remember to close my stream on my end. If I don't, then I get myself in trouble with copyright because she plays music and I do not. Let's go do that now.